Hi, my name is Steve Martile, and today's video I'm going to bring you and walk you through a guided meditation, 20-minute meditation for sleep. So a couple keys for sleep is obviously as you get into a comfortable place, you want to have your legs and your arms uncrossed as best as possible. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you into the meditation, and first we're going to get into a state of trance. And what I mean by trance is a state where you feel less like your body, less like physical matter, and more like space and energy. Okay? So we're going to do that first. The second part of the meditation is once you start to feel a bit more in that trance state, then we're going to focus on using the breath to start to feel more and get in tune with the body. Okay? And then as you get to the end of the meditation, if you haven't fallen asleep yet, you can listen to it again from the beginning to get into sleep. But the key is using the breath to breathe and get into the body. Because many times the reason we can't sleep is because we have all these stream of thoughts coming through, and we want to disconnect from those thoughts and get into the body. Okay? So let's do that now. Okay, so first what I want you to do is you gently close your eyes. I want you to uncross your legs and uncross your arms. And what I want you to do first is I want you to take a deep, deliberate breath. Inhale and exhale. Again, deep inhale and exhale. Now, as you're doing this breath, I want you to imagine that on the exhale, it's like you have a balloon that you're slowly letting the air out of the balloon, and that's your lungs. So you pull in, deep inhale, and then on the exhale, nice and slow, as if you're letting the air out of a balloon. One more time, deep inhale and exhale. Now what I want you to do is I want you to imagine a location in your mind's eye that it's about 100 feet above you, above your home, above the location where you are. Just 100 feet above you, up in the clouds, up in the sky. And what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that this time when you're using the breath, you're pulling the energy from that location. You're pulling the molecules from that location. You're pulling every bit of atmosphere from that location about 100 feet above you into the lungs, expanding them like a balloon, and then exhaling out the top of the head very slowly. Let's do that together. Deep inhale and exhale. Again, deep inhale and exhale. Another time, deep inhale and exhale. Each time you breathe in and out, feeling more like space and energy, more like the wave, and less like physical matter, less like your body. Again, inhale and exhale. Another time, inhale and exhale. Again, you're not trying to do anything or try anything or fix anything or get rid of anything. All you're doing is focusing on bringing in the breath, filling your lungs like a balloon, and then slowly letting the air out on the exhale. Each time you breathe in and out, feeling more like space and energy and less like your body. Again, inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. One more time, deep inhale and exhale. Each time you breathe in and out, feeling more like space and energy and less like the body. Now, what I want you to do now is I want you to bring your awareness to a location in the body where you feel tension, tightness, resistance, heaviness, any of those areas in the body where you feel. For example, if you had a headache where you feel tightness in the forehead, you would bring your attention and awareness there. If you feel a heaviness around the heart, you would bring your awareness there. Wherever you feel tightness, heaviness, tension in the body, what I refer to as resistance, bring your awareness there. Now, what I want you to do in a moment is, I want you to focus on that location in your mind's eye that's about 100 feet above you in space. And in a moment, I want you to take a deliberate breath in as if you're pulling the oxygen molecules, pulling the energy from that location into your lungs. And then on the exhale, I want you to breathe out around the sensation where you feel resistance. So for example, on the inhale, you breathe in. On the exhale, you send the energy to the tension in your forehead if that's where the resistance is, as best you can. So let's do that now. Deep inhale and exhale. Again, deep inhale and exhale. One more time, deep inhale and exhale. Now what I want you to do is I just want you to keep noticing that resistance in the body, that tension, that heaviness. You're not trying to change anything or fix anything or get rid of anything. You're just noticing and watching that sensation as best you can. Again, deep inhale and exhale. Again, deep inhale and exhale. One more time, deep inhale and exhale. Now, as you keep breathing in and exhaling around this sensation, around this heaviness, around this tightness that's in the body, you're going to start to notice that it dissipates, it gets less intense, and it brings less of your attention towards it. Again, you're not trying to change anything or fix anything or control anything or do anything. You're just noticing and watching using the breath as best you can. Again, bring your attention and awareness back to that location that's about 100 feet above your home. And in a moment, I want you to pull that energy into the lungs with the inhale and then exhale out the top of the head. Let's do that now. Deep inhale and exhale. Deep inhale and exhale. One more time. Deep inhale and exhale. All you're doing is breathing in and breathing out, moving energy, balancing the body as best you can. You're not trying to change anything or fix anything or get rid of anything. You're just noticing and watching the breath as best you can. Now at this stage, you will start to feel a lot more relaxed, a lot more in your body, less in the head, less self-talk. You may still notice the self-talk and some thoughts coming in and out, a stream of consciousness, but just notice those thoughts. You're not trying to change them. You're not trying to fix them. You're not trying to get rid of them. Just notice and watch them as best you can. Noticing the feelings in the body, noticing the thoughts, not trying to change them, not trying to fix them. Just let them do whatever they need to do as best you can. Now what I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to imagine planet Earth as if you were looking at it from the vantage point of being on the moon. So there's black space all around in this big blue ball called Earth in the middle of all this blackness, and you're looking at the Earth from the vantage point of the moon. This time, what I want you to do is I want you to be pulling the energy with the breath in a moment from the Earth, pulling that loving energy from the Earth, filling your lungs as best you can, and then exhaling out the top of the head, sending that exhale back to planet Earth so that there's this recirculation of energy. You're pulling with the breath, pulling the energy from planet Earth, filling your lungs as best you can, exhaling out the top of the head. Let's do that now. Deep inhale and exhale. Again, deep inhale and exhale. One more time, deep inhale and exhale. Again, just noticing any sensations in the body, any thoughts that you're having. Not trying to change them or fix them or get rid of them, just noticing and watching them as an observer as best you can. Again, I'd like you to place your attention on planet Earth, looking at it from the standpoint of the moon. This big blue ball in the middle of all this blackness. And again, I want you to use the breath to pull the loving energy of the planet into your lungs, and then on the exhale, send it out the top of your head as best you can. Let's do that together. Deep inhale and exhale. Again, deep inhale. And exhale. Again, deep inhale. And exhale. And one more time, deep inhale. And exhale. Again, if there's tension or heaviness in the body or thoughts are coming in and out, just notice and watch them as best you can. You're not trying to change anything. You're not trying to fix anything. You're just noticing and watching them as best you can. Now, what I'd like you to do now is, in place of the earth in that black space, I'd like you to replace it with what you might call the Creator, your higher self, or God. Whatever symbol that represents for you, I'd like you to replace the earth in that black space with something that you represent as God, the Creator, or your higher self, your expanded self. And this time, when we do the breath, we're going to be pulling loving energy and information from your higher self, filling the lungs, and then on the exhale, sending the breath out the top of the head. So again, just visualize as best you can a symbol that represents your higher self, the Creator or God, in the place of the earth. And this time, we're not only going to be pulling in, using the breath, that energy from your higher self, but also be pulling in information into your lungs and then exhaling out the top of the head. Let's do that now. Deep inhale and exhale. Again, deep inhale and exhale. Again, deep inhale and exhale. Just noticing and watching the sensations in the body and any thoughts you have as best you can. You're not trying to change anything. You're not trying to fix anything. Just noticing and watching as best you can. Keeping in mind that as you're doing this breathing process, as you're getting ready for sleep, you're preparing your subconscious to send you information, ideas from your higher self, from the Creator, from God. This information will come to you in your dreams. It will come to you in sensations in the body. I encourage you, if you get up and you remember the dream, to write it down and make a note of it in a journal or somewhere on a piece of paper when you wake. Not trying to change anything, not trying to fix anything, just noticing the information, noticing the dreams, noticing the message from your higher self, and then writing it down as best you can. Let's take another deep, deliberate breath in. Inhale. And exhale. Take another deep, deliberate breath in. Inhale. And exhale. And just keep noticing any sensations or thoughts in the body, not trying to change them, not trying to fix them, not trying to control them or get rid of them. Just noticing and watching them as a third-party observer as best you can. At this stage, you're going to feel more like energy, more like space, and less like your body, less like physical matter. You can continue this process of breathing and noticing and becoming the observer as you drift off to sleep. I hope you enjoyed this meditation.